Improving my wellness through hydration. Water. We all know how important water is. We're told from the time that we're young how important it is to stay hydrated for our immunity, for our cellular processes, and just for our overall health and wellness. So when going through the health psychology project, filling out all of the tests and surveys, I found that these were some of my main physiological symptoms. I had headaches, sometimes I had dizziness, facial acne, skin blemishes, muscle aches, digestive issues, and overall fatigue. When looking at everything as a whole, I found that in my wellness inventory, my highest score was my spiritual dimension of health. However, my lowest score was my physical dimension of health. So looking deeper into my physical dimension, some of my 3 main weaknesses were not drinking enough water throughout the day, not feeling energized throughout the entire day, and I certainly did not avoid caffeine as I drink coffee every single day. So that is how I came to my topic of drinking more water. This is something I've struggled with my whole life. I never drink water throughout the day. I don't typically drink anything. I don't drink water with my meals. And I only ever drink water when I'm doing intense cardio or if it is extremely warm outside. However, drinking water could help me in my biopsychosocial aspect of health. First of all, it would help my physical health because drinking water helps maintain kidney function, regulate BMs, boost immunity, increase energy, increase mental clarity, flush toxins, improve heart health, and relieve headaches. So obviously there are many physical benefits or physiological benefits that drinking water could help me with. As well as physical, there are also psychological benefits. It helps rid depressive feelings, relieves anxiety, helps you have a better mental clarity, as well as staying more focused throughout the day. Socially, with the more energy that I'll have after drinking water, it'll help me to interact with others, have better relationships, and more meaningful conversations. I think we can all relate to a time when we were extremely tired and not being able to focus in conversation or not remembering what the conversation we just had was about. So in order for me to stay on track with this, because it is something I've struggled with my entire life, I had to set some distinct and manageable goals for myself. So my first goal was to drink half of my body weight in ounces every day. So this is what led me to the number 60. My goal was to drink 60 ounces of water per day. And because I have struggled with this for so long, I had a goal to have a positive, open mind about the challenge because I knew that I had struggled with it before. So my plan. I incorporated a little bit about my personality into my plan. I am a checklist person and I love crossing things off after I've gotten them done, so I was going to incorporate some sort of a checklist into my plan. I'm a very competitive person, so I needed something to help me stay on track, like a game, or what I did was considered a wins-losses system. If I drank 60 waters that day, that would be considered a win. If I did not drink 60 or more, that would be considered a loss for the day. And in order to hold myself accountable, I needed to track and check off the number of ounces I drink, so I chose to use a little notebook to carry around with me for 2 weeks. I did expect some challenges because, like I've said, I have struggled with this before. So some of my concerns were on busy days, I would forget to drink water throughout the day. On weekends, when you're out and about, you're not thinking to drink water throughout the day. And also, it is a slight concern, but using the bathroom too frequently. Because I'm not used to drinking enough water, I was afraid that I'd be running to the restroom every 30 minutes. So this is what led me to my challenge notepad. So this is the notepad I used for the 2 weeks. It was my water tracker. And this is what a normal day would look like. The very first day of the challenge, I would cross off the number of ounces that I drank and subtract that number and add the new number. And then at the bottom of the page, I would write how I felt that day. So obviously on the first day, I was already slacking a little bit because I waited until 11:30 p.m. to finish the last 25 ounces, which was a bad idea. A few more days, you can just see how I laid out my plan. I didn't win every day. So looking back, then after the challenge was over, I calculated from week 1, I had 1 loss that week on Friday. Week 2, I had 2 losses. So overall, I had 11 out of 14 wins. So here's my challenge scoreboard, 11 wins and 3 losses. So overall, I would consider this challenge a success, because if I were not to challenge myself, I would for sure have 0 out of 14 wins. So 11 out of 14 wins for the first challenge, I considered a success. There were some challenges that I did face on the days that I lost. I would forget to drink water on busy days. As you saw on the very first day of the challenge, I had to wait until 11:30 p.m. to finish my ounces goal. Also, at the beginning of the challenge, I was using the bathroom way too frequently, which was a little bit annoying, but after the 2 weeks, my bladder got used to it, and by the end of the 2 weeks, I was so tired of drinking plain water that I needed to add like a Crystal Light or Mio into my water in order to drink it. So for the future, I would continue using the notepad until I got used to drinking 60 ounces in a day. Obviously, I don't want to have to use a notepad for the rest of my life, so as soon as I would get used to what it feels like to drink 60 ounces in a day, I could get rid of the notepad. However, for the first couple of weeks, I would still like to use a win-loss system. I should have incorporated Mio or some sort of drink flavoring into my initial plan, but I didn't think about it at the time. And also, like I said, I should drink water earlier in the day and make sure to be drinking it throughout the day instead of waiting till 11:30 at night. Thank you.